What's up, friends? This is Jazz bringing you a new series. This might be monthly, or every 2 months, whatever, but it's going to be a favorites video. Now, this is going to be like the introductory to it, so there might be more stuff in this, because it's going to be over the least few months. Like, last few months, not just in a certain month. Now, obviously, with me, there probably isn't going to be any makeup on this list, but, like I said, I'm not a girly girl. But, you never know, someday I might. Years from now. Maybe never. But yeah, I'm going to try to put it in category, but I might go all over the place, so I'm going to start with drink, food, whatever. So, I'm going to start with, obviously, anyone who knows me knows I like my Tim Hortons ice cap. I've loved it since before my mother died, which was like 2008, 2007. So, that was over 10 years, so, yeah. Another thing that is main, the first other food I'm going to mention is I love wraps. Like, you know, the pita wraps that I could put, like, rice in it or hamburger in it and then roll, well, my aunt rolls it. Maybe I might have a picture, I might not. I may not, the thing is, I may not have a physical for everything or even a picture. But I'm going to try to get some sort of representation. Yeah, anyone who knows me, I stumble on my words sometimes, but at the same time I could sound like a dictionary at other times. So, prepare for that. But I just love, like, it makes you feel full. It doesn't taste bad. Like, it blends in. You pretty much taste what you put in it. So, it's kind of perfect there, in a way. I've been also recently getting into the variety pack cereal. My favorites of them have to be Frosted Flakes and a tie between Corn Pops and I'm trying to debate. I mean, I thought I liked Corn Pops better. I've been eating more of them than the Fruit Loops, but the Fruit Loops are pretty good too. They're also really good for finger food. If, like, I'm at work, right, and I need to bring something extra on Friday, I bring one of them. And it works really well, whether with milk or without. But I still think my favorite is Frosted Flakes. The only thing I don't really care for is the Rice Krispies. But my aunt likes them. So, that's not the biggest deal in the world. Like, what? There's 4. Okay, there's 8 boxes altogether. 2 of the 4 types. So, 6 out of 8 isn't too bad. So, I eat most of the cereal in that. I mean, okay, another thing is I've always liked hamburgers. Since this is the introduction, I'm going to mention that anything with hamburger, almost, except for, like, the pasta, if there's pasta sauce in it and that. But, I mean, anything regular with hamburger, that's, like, one thing up. One of the other biggest things recently that I've liked was my aunt's biscuits. And, like, they are really good. Like, actually, it was from my grandmother's recipe originally. But she's just been in a biscuit making mood, and plus I've been eating them with things too. And she also made cheese biscuits one day. They were great. You didn't need butter. You didn't even need to heat them. Like, they were just good on their own. Right? I know there's a lot of things I like. And, okay, back in track, I also really like those original Old Dutch chips. Now, I don't know why, maybe it's the crunch to them. Like, I like them better now than Lay's. I don't know why, but I just like the extra crunch it has. Like, it's hard to explain the crunch. Like, it's, like, we'll say really satisfying is what it is. So, that is about it for food. I mean, I do like a lot of other things too, but they don't stick out as much, and I don't eat them as much, so we'll get on to, like, other things, like games, for example. Now, I play a lot of games, right? I've played and liked a lot of games, but right now I might mainly go for the ones I'm currently right into and playing. Like, I might occasionally bring up other games that are really good, in my opinion, but I'm going to start with Detective Pikachu. I have gotten this recently, and I'm only on, like, chapter going on chapter 3, but I'm slowly playing it and I am slowly enjoying it. It's a different game that makes you use your brain. Which for me, you would think, oh, Jazz, you don't like using your brain too much. Be quiet, I do sometimes, right? It's just the right amount of using your brain, right? And it's different than anything else in the Pokemon franchise. So, yeah. The other games I've been getting into and playing a lot recently were my Pokemon Gold and Silver for the Virtual Console. I have 2 specific files. One for my regular, well, I have 3 files, but 2 that I've been playing specifically. One was my original file that I'm playing just for myself, and the second one is my Nuzlocke file that I'm doing the challenge on. And, like as I said, with Pokemon games, you originally do have to spice things up. I've been enjoying it. I've been learning things like the duplication method. It still works on that one. I've been playing through it. The game's like, it's funny. The 2 downsides for Gold and Silver, unlike Heart Gold, Soul Silver, are no Pokemon following you and the level D-spike, or how the levels are balanced out or lack thereof in Gold and Silver. Because once you head over to Kanto, the levels almost go plummet, like for regular trainers and even wild Pokemon. Right? There isn't very, like, unless you challenge the last gym leader, like, even when you get to the last gym leader, right? Well, no, maybe I'd be lying. I don't know for sure. Because Blue, I never got to him yet, and I'm going to have to train before him. Because he's probably going to be near his 60s. Almost. So I'm going to have to train, because my Pokemon are only in their 40s, almost 50s. So, I am lower in some ways than some of the later trainers in Kanto, but it's still, when you first get there, you can't imagine how you're going to train. Because the best place I would say to train would be once you get to Cerulean City and keep fishing for level 40 Kingler. And that's it for those Pokemon that are good against those type of Pokemon. But okay, I know I've been going on and on about what to do, but my point is, I really have been enjoying the challenge and going back to the old games. So I've enjoyed that. I've also enjoyed The Sims 4. I have for the last 3 years. I know, minus my first pet stuff. Everything else is pretty solid, right? I mean, even my first pet stuff adds something to it. So, I mean, I'm just talking about the general series in general. So, oh, before I go further, I did forget one other thing in food. Kinder Surprise eggs. Those are my chocolate. That is my chocolate. Pretty much. Like, the toy inside is cool, but I also just like the mix of white or milk, or, the white in the chocolate. Like, it's just good. It is milk chocolate, that's what it is. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The Sims 4, as I said, there's a variety of things you could do. The graphics are great. They keep improving on it. And it's something that I'll probably like for years to come. So, those 3 are the main things I'm currently playing a lot of. But I am also playing Life is Strange Before the Storm. Occasionally. Because I'm doing a Let's Play on it. And it's okay so far. As that it's better than some of the games that the old ones that I've played. Still doesn't top the original Life is Strange, but I'm really enjoying that. Is there anything else for games anyway? Well, I've been playing Crush a little bit for those who are adults and know what I mean. Yeah, I know, but it's kind of a random game I just mess with, right? It isn't like a top of my list of things. That's something that I thought of that I was playing lately, that I sort of enjoyed. It sort of piques my interest. Now, what else? Maybe we'll get on to whether there's any TV shows. Not very much. I've been occasionally watching Death Note a little bit, the anime, and I've been on and off interested in it. It's something that I am going to get back into, though, because the series, again, piques my interest, so I'll try that. What else? Really nothing else when it comes to shows itself, but I have been seeing some more movies lately. Like, I've seen, like, what, let me see, we'll just say I have finally seen Shawshank Redemption. I actually really enjoyed that. It was different, but I heard it was a classic, so yeah, I pretty much just added that to now one of my favorite movies I've seen. I've also recently seen, what is it? Games Night, A Wrinkle in Time, and Love, Simon. Now, do I particularly really like any of them to that degree? Well, I actually did enjoy A Wrinkle in Time. It was pretty, the only minus, I mean, Oprah, I have nothing against her, right? But it just wasn't her role. And I also think I literally liked, I liked all three of those movies in different ways, for different reasons. And I know you're saying, oh, because you went to the theater to see them, well, maybe a quarter of that. But they all have their different things. Like, Game Night was really funny. It had these, like, comical scenes in it, and it wasn't too gory, but it was still kind of not even that scary, but the characters kind of always kept you on your feet in a way where you would be laughing at something. A Wrinkle in Time, it was one of those fantastical type movies that I thought was really good. The actor who played Charles Wallace, he was excellent, and I enjoyed his acting a lot. I mean, there were some things in it I didn't care for, but it wasn't enough to ruin it for me. And Love, Simon. It was almost, in my opinion, a good way to represent how someone would feel when they're trying to come out to someone. Like, it goes through the fact that, will I be different? Will people see me differently? Like, that's the main thing I saw Simon go through. And I just really loved how the character portrayed that. Also, the fact that the one who starred as Leah is Hannah from 13 Reasons Why. Now, do I like that show? I haven't watched it yet fully, so I can't comment on it. Maybe in the next favorites, but maybe never. I may not like it. I mean, there's things about it that, from what I saw, I don't. I've watched like maybe 2 or 3 episodes that I didn't really care for, but I want to wait and give it a chance for the series and all before I really judge that. What else? Don't see anything else for TV shows in general. I know this is long, but I'm going over different things just to be stretched out. Now I'm going to talk about my favorite thing. YouTube. Yes, YouTube. It's been a part of my life since before 2013 to a degree. But really, at the end of 2013 is when I really started my YouTube channel now. Let me guess. Oh, Jazz, are you going to put your channel as a favorite of yours? That would be very conceited. But yes. Okay, no, I am pulling your leg about that. I mean, I love the job, or hobby, whatever you want to call it. I love doing it. It is a big part of me, but I'm not going to be conceited saying it's my favorite thing ever. Because when it comes to entertainment, it's not. I know I'm really not making my channel look good by saying that, but that's my opinion, right? Like, I already know everything I'm doing, so how would that entertain me if I know what's coming? That's just the point. And again, that would be very conceited. So, no. But for years, I've been only watching things recently. Now, I'm going to go quickly over the channels that I watch on and off. Like, I watch Manga etc. He's a manga anime reviewer, and he is just a great guy in general. He makes you feel good. He also does occasionally the anime sins, or he does series like the Cinema Sins do, where he says everything wrong with, like, this particular anime or movie, which is really good. I really enjoy. That's one of my favorite parts of this channel. But this isn't really a shout-out video per se, but maybe I will put some of the channels in my description, for you can check them out. I also watched the N-Man64's channel. He brings openings, like, and when I say openings, I don't mean like card opening or toy openings, but I mean like he puts together openings from movies, like the commercials for other movies, and just broadcasts it for people to see, so those who like that can enjoy them. He also does Let's Plays on a lot of different titles, like Pokemon, Kingdom Hearts, Mario. What else? He does a lot. We'll just say he does a big amount that it's hard to name them all. But he's a really funny guy, and he's also a very nice guy as well. I know both Manga, ETC, and him more personally, so you're thinking, oh, is this personal? Well, no, they really do make great content. So, friendship or not, it's not the bias. But do check everyone I mentioned out if you have the time to. And he's more than willing to help his friends or even his fans if they ask him a question. So, keep that in mind. I've been really into review channels, like the mysteriousmrenter, TheAlphaJayShow, Jem Reviews. What else? Well, we'll say on top of that, these aren't really on YouTube, but they are. They're on both YouTube and their own platform. I also watch, like, different random channels. Like, I watch a channel named Game Master 468, and I'll be more specific on him because he's kind of separate from the others in a way. He does game playthroughs, but he also does videos on a series called My Thoughts, which is my favorite part of his channel. And he does different series, like he did one on Frozen, he did a countdown on dumb infomercials, he did a review on Rugrats, like the Rugrats Search for Reptar, I mean. And what is even more amazing is that he suffers from brittle bone disease, or osteo something imperfecta. I can't pronounce it, that's why I said brittle bone disease, and you guys can just look up the actual term, which makes it really easy for him to break bones. So, it also does things like make him smaller, physically smaller, his voice physically higher. So, and he can, I don't know or think he can actually walk like you or I that can, but he gets around, and he is really intelligent. Like, I guess that would be a lie. There are people who have really excellent editing skills or have an excellent editor, but I believe that it is him and his father that do things on the channel. His father, that's another thing I love. His father literally takes the time to help him with his channel and star in his channel, right? And I think that's one thing I really like about it, because it's a family type of effort in a way. But I don't know, like, I'm not saying, like, I don't know his father or him in real life, but the fact is that either one of them could be doing editing. And one thing about the brittle bone disease is that it doesn't affect your brain, right? Unless you already have a disability along with that. Your intellect is usually intact. It's just you look and sound younger, and you're more vulnerable in a certain way. But it's amazing how he's done scenes where it showed him falling from the, like, that is editing, right? But how he moved around and all that, and how he loves his job so much, and that's part of him. Sort of the way I feel, right, about my channel, even though it isn't as big as his by any means. Like, we both have a passion for what we do. The same thing with Manga ETC and the N-Man 64. I could easily tell that all three of these people are really passionate for what they do, which is why I respect them so much. Let me see. Now, I will say the Mysterious Mr. Enter and the other two are similar platforms, in a way. But there are differences. I might as well go on to them just quickly. The Mysterious Mr. Enter seems more serious in his approach. He can be comical, but one thing about him is he suffers from I apologize. He has Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autism spectrum, which makes not it easy, but it gives him the ability to remember. If he watches a show, he'll remember details about it. He uses that in his work, which really I admire a lot. But he can't come across as more serious in some ways, and some people don't like the way he does his work. Like, there was a time where he used to shout a lot more. But he's kind of grown past that, in a way. He will still if he's really, really mad, but he's grown past that. And some people can't get past how he used to be, in a way. But I still admire what he does. Now, I would put the TheAlphaJayShow and Jem Reviews in a similar platform in personality in that. Maybe a little subtle differences. Not saying they're the same person, they are not. But I meant in their way they work. Well, Jem Reviews, he seems chillax in a lot of ways, for the most part, when he does things, and he's funny as well. He has decent editing skills as well, so you can kind of tell that. He isn't as sporadic, or he doesn't upload as much as some of, like, I think the TheAlphaJayShow is more, frequent with his uploads a little bit. So the TheAlphaJayShow, his editing is okay, but he could, I've watched older videos of his. He probably has improved greatly, but you could tell between the two whose editing is probably a little better. But the TheAlphaJayShow seems to show a lot of professionalism in what he remembers and his information when he explains something, right? He takes a lot of time to do these videos as well. So, personally, I do put the Jem Reviews and the TheAlphaJayShow in a similar boat there, and I respect them each just as much. I would say on YouTube, a lot of other things I like are, I watch vlog channels, specifically Ellie and Jared and the Daily Bumps. Again, most people have seen both of them. And I'll just go over other things before I get into any details on them. I watch a lot of documentaries, like I specifically like Deadly Women, for example, or countdown videos I love as well. Like, I occasionally watch Planet Dolan, in a way, even though I don't like that. Have a good one. So much, I always just have to prepare myself for that, whenever Dolan is the one on. But I've gotten past that a little bit, in fact, really enjoy each character and their personalities. So I like a lot of things that are reviews, countdowns, documentaries of specific things like killers, like Deadly Women, in that. I like Let's Play channels. I like Maryland a little too. But in vlog channels like the Daily Bumps and Ellie and Jared. The difference is with them is they're actually good friends, the two channels. The Daily Bumps started when they were pregnant with their first son, Oliver, who is now going to be 5 in July. And before that, the wife Missy had a miscarriage and a stillbirth, all in the course of a few years before that. And it's pretty much their family that now consists of another son named Finley. And they just record their day-to-day lives and that situation like a lot of people. And Brian is also, the father is also a singer. So that adds a little more to it. They have chickens now, and Missy has a horse. They have 2 dogs. And it's just kind of like a family life, pretty much. Ellie and Jared is the same in some ways. Like, they're not like the Jem Reviews and the TheAlphaJayShow same. I meant, like, they have the family life thing in common. There are differences, obviously. Like, Ellie is more of a beauty or makeup type of guru-ish type of person. Her and her sister, Bonnie Holland, even has a new makeup line type of thing. And they started their channel with trying to get pregnant. With their now 4-year-old son, Jackson, they were trying and kept having infertility. The biggest difference is that Ellie had trouble getting pregnant at first, where Missy would get pregnant but miscarried. And so they tried everything to get pregnant. They finally had their son Jackson in 2014 January, which is like 6 to 8 months younger than Oliver, which was born in July of 2013. Now, since then, they've had another son named Calvin, who's going to be 3 next month. And Ellie is currently pregnant with their 3rd son, which names have yet to be mentioned. But before that, she had 2 miscarriages, which was the first, till after that, they never had really any issues, except for the scare with Calvin when they thought they were going to miscarry. So they're being ultimately cautious on that. Now, I will mention another channel I don't watch so much anymore, and I don't know why. There's nothing I really have against them. It's just my attention is held more by Ellie and Jared and the Daily Bumps. But Colin and Katie, which are also friends of them, they've had several stillbirths or miscarriages before being pregnant with their daughter, Macy. Or Macy Gaines, who is, again, 3, going to be 4. And they had, the difference with at first, first Ellie and Jared were the only ones of those 3 groups that never had any miscarriages and only had struggled with infertility. It wasn't until just this year or last year that this has happened. So, but they're, the thing is, they're more religious, I think, than the Daily Bumps, too. They go to church every Sunday. And the thing is, they keep things, in a positive attitude, for the most part. Both of those channels are just, they're all great people, to a degree. They might have, some people might have their gripes with either one of them, more likely Daily Bumps. But I think they both, have their charitable, great people vibe to me. Now, I'm trying to think. I don't think there is much else. I watch a lot of things on YouTube. And, whether I watch old TV shows or whatever, I watch a lot of things. Now I might go on, near ending it, I'm going to talk about objects in general. So, yeah, after I have pop-ups a lot. But one thing I like my Umbreon hat. I mean, come on, it's Umbreon. It's my favorite hat. I also have, I don't think I might be able to get a picture, I might not, but I have an Ice Cap shirt my aunt got me for Christmas. I love that shirt too. There's a lot of different clothes that I actually like, that I find comfortable and such. But I said, I'm going to start wearing more on videos like this. I really enjoyed that. What else is it? My Xbox 360, which is where I watch, in my TV where I watch my YouTube on, when I'm not on the computer, which I don't know if I would be able to go without. I got a Kenny keychain, a zombie one that I don't have physically right now. Maybe I'll show you a picture of it. I don't know. I've also ordered a Mysterion picture keychain that I'm going to put in the description. Another thing I forgot to add to games, I don't know if I did or not, was I enjoyed what I played of the Fractured Butthole, but hopefully I'll be able to get a PS4 plus the game of that to finish it or enjoy it. What else? I love my cards. I collect them a lot. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon and Magic of the Gathering cards. My 3DS, but that's my game. I've really tried something today that I really enjoyed. It is a bath bomb. I know, something in the, it's not makeup. It is not. But it's like, I used one, I don't know if I can get a picture of exactly what one I got used, but it was a blue and with pink. But blue would come out of it, and it would be bubbly. Like, and it smelled nice too. I couldn't put my finger on the smell, but I enjoyed that. And I've never felt so relaxed in the bath in my life. Like it was nice. A little oily, though. You could tell there was oil in it, but I still enjoyed it. It was, like, even the oily was actually kind of nice. So that's something new that I liked, like a bath bomb. Like, I might actually try more of them as long as I know what's in them. It wouldn't hurt. I mean, it costs some money, so I wouldn't be using it all the time. But it would be something I could use once a month or something, just to give myself some relaxation. What else? Well, I've been getting into the Lego sets. Like, I have a, what is it? In Five Nights at Freddy's. So it's not Lego, but it's those type of things where you build. I've been really enjoying doing them lately, too. What else? Well, I remember now my fanny pack. I always bring that to work, and that's what I hold all my things in. Oh, speaking of holding things in, my fidget spinner and fidget cube. I tell you, I swear without these at work, I might go insane. I really might. So, I have them to be thankful for and that I really enjoy. My headphones, which are over there, I use them when I go out in public. They help reduce the noise a lot. I'm trying to think of what else. Can't really... Oh. My iPhone. How could I forget you? I don't know, but that is just what, I mean, I go nuts without it. Just like with my computer and that. My computer! But I can't insert a picture of that. Try to think of what else. Yeah, that actually might be about it. Oh, yeah, my For Better or For Worse book. I might insert a picture of it in there, but that I read whenever I'm in the washroom, even sometimes when I'm not. I love that series a lot. Never thought I would forget to say that. Lynn Johnson is a great, person and writer. Not writer, but you know what I mean. Strip maker. She's stopped now, but I still think whatever she made will live on. Like, she was writing since, 1979 to, 2003 or 4. And that is just amazing in itself. So, I'm sorry if this was really long. I'm going to try to just, it won't be as long in the next ones because I'll have everything there. So, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, please subscribe. It would help this channel grow a lot. And I will see you guys in my next video.